Hello Capricorn and welcome to your June reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. The first card that came out is the Three of Wands. Basically, this is what we expect from the future coming towards us. It's our vision from the actions and the decisions we took in the past that kind of is part of our co-creating this universe in what we expect coming towards us. In the ships here, he has ships that he sent and that are coming back with their abundance or their challenges or whatever based on our expectations from our past decisions, perceptions, and etc. The card I have after that is the Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords is right away the number fives. This is like when energy has to be readjusted and rebalanced. That we have to master that energy. It's kind of a challenge. If it's not mastered, then we are slave of it. We need to master it. Five of Swords, we're thinking the mind. This is when we easily can defeat the other, or that the other can defeat us, but there's no winning in it. It is using the mind in order to strike out the other. Vice versa. We're doing it or they're doing it to us. Or we're stuck in a situation where this thing is. After that, I have you, Capricorn, and I have the Two of Pentacles. So, when it comes to this, with the Two of Pentacles, here there's a juggling happening, where our emotions are up and down and we are stuck in a kind of loop, where, and this, the Two of Pentacles, is Jupiter in Capricorn. So it is all about your capacity to absorb abundance and how you go about to get it. So, Capricorn is excellent when it comes to focusing and things like that. But sometimes it can focus so much that it loses the perspective that all that he sees is not all that there is. And that's when you can become a slave of your conditioning. So that's why the devil represents Capricorn. And here with the Two of Pentacles, it's more of the challenged part. So Jupiter, we know it's like the Midas touch. It will enhance everything. So now this is going to enhance your disbalance during this month so that you can readjust it, so that you can take power over it and not be like your life being a result of this balance. So all starts with how you perceive what is coming towards you. Under that, I have the Moon, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So we're talking here your unconscious. This is at the beginning of the month or at the end of their last month. It's telling me that unconsciously, what is residing under the moon inside of you? Everything that is under the moon, it's the dream world, it's the invisible world, the unconscious, the subconscious, and all of that. With the Seven of Cups, that tells me that probably hold wounds or things that emotionally left a scar inside of you are now being projected into what you perceive. See here, he's got clear sky in front of him. He sees the boats coming back. He can imagine what are in these boats. But when we have the Seven of Cups, which is Venus in Scorpio, the aspect of abundance, like Jupiter here, Venus, you know, the aspect of abundance in every level is all blurred in this cloud of emotional projection. And that is caused in your moon. And it might provoke you to act on whims, but these are whims based on unconscious. Not, you know, like, it's more like a reaction instead of a paused action based on our higher self. It's a reaction from our fears, our unconscious, and all of that. Under this, I have the sun. So this is telling me that you clearly see this pattern inside of you of how maybe you can react to an event based on old wounds, and that is part of your moon quest. The sun and the moon, that means clarity arriving on unconscious parts of us. When we do spiritual work, it's normal that we will face things like this. Oh, I see my old wounds and I see how I project them in what is coming towards me. I see that kind of pattern. I see how I might, you know, jump the gun or react in certain way. Knight of Wands is that this is what I do here now and that's it. My drive. But what is behind the drive? And that is what we're seeing, and that is what you are going to be conscious of it. So under our Five of Swords, which would be using your mind to kind of settle things, it can be the fear of losing, the fear of all of that. We have the Tower, the Queen of Wands, and the Six of Cups. And that is beautiful. How? Because here you had the Seven of Cups. Here we're getting the Six of Cups and the Tower, which is the major arcana here. So the Tower will always crumble a pattern or a way of doing things, how we tried to build to get to our goals. It's based on the Tower of Babel. So the story of the Tower of Babel was this king that had a tower built. His goal was to reach the heavens and shoot arrows at the angels. But the divine crumbled it and more, you know. But crumbled it because this was not the way to get close to him. This was not the way to get back to him. So that's why he crumbled it. So when the tower arrives in our life, and it's crumbling something, I've tried so much to have abundance. I've tried so much to be happy. How come it's not working? How come there's an event like a Five of Swords arriving that is crumbling everything for me? Even if I really desire it, Queen of Wands. And it's because I was trying to build it out of my unconscious pattern. That's why it's being crumbled. And the Six of Cups is that balance heart chakra. So instead of acting from our perceptions of projections of emotional, you know, because the Seven of Cups, it can be a castle in Spain or a dragon in a corner. Are we being attacked or are we being supported? It's all our perception based on our experiences. Six of Cups, it's when that giving and receiving flow is balanced. That's why there's children on it. With no expectation, just the pleasure of it. It's to go back to that. Under it, I have the Ten of Cups. It's because you have hit your ceiling in your capacity of enjoying and absorbing joy and love, abundance, serenity from life itself, from the others, and vice versa. You need to get to a higher level with an Ace of Cups. That means an extra level of emotional consciousness, let's say. That's why trying to build from your old circumstances would not reach you to that point, would probably leave you into that loop of up and down emotions. I get a little bit and then whoop, it goes back, and then up and down and up and down. And that beautiful Capricorn side of you that could make you believe that that is your reality. There's nothing you can do about it. Then you say under this, no way. Knight of Sword. I get it. I understand. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Wands, where this is when someone comes back from war because they've understood the lessons of their lives. And it is going to be mirrored back in reality. So this is a bit all of that. And then under this I have the Two of Sword. So Two of Pentacle, Two of Sword. At the end of the month, you're going to be put in a situation where this is going to become extremely clear. You'll probably go through an event that is going to show it to you even more obviously, you know, because this, at one point when you start analyzing what we're going through, you're like, okay, this is so obvious. I see how I took this way because of my perception. I reacted that way, and that all brought down this. I see it now. Now I have to make a decision of what is my truth and what is my reality, so that I can start receiving abundance. So let's look at that, Capricorn. And it can be, even if things start going super well, sometimes it's not always challenges that show us part of ourselves that needs to be readjusted. Sometimes it is good things happening, and we can't seem to grasp it completely because of old wounds and things like that. I could enjoy this even more. What is preventing me from enjoying this moment even more, from appreciating it even more, from seeing the best parts of it? What is preventing me to do that? That is a mirror also, just showing us the limit that we have attained, and that we need to rise on the cup. Here you're finishing a cycle of cups. Okay, Spirit, I call upon the divine. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Capricorn for the month of June. Call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. I call upon my guides. Okay, Capricorn, let's go. Three of Wands. So how is your capacity to expect? What do you see in front of you when you look at your future? Oh, Justice. All right. So Justice, the energy, the major arcana of Justice is coming in front of you to rebalance this situation, because with the Tower and everything, this is not quite balanced. And here the King of Swords, to master all of these swords. Justice is bringing clarity and balance. What is that Five of Swords? What is that Five of Swords? It could be that it's that sense of justice that is going to... okay, so there you are. That's the Devil. And the Nine of Pentacles. It's your independence. Nine of Pentacles is when we know our value, our worth, what we have built until now. It's our self-esteem in our worth and our value. Here, Five of Swords. There's something happening either you are not recognized from the outside, or you yourself are not recognizing yourself. But here, the devil arrives twice on this. And it is the balance of, do I need to prove myself or just knowing who I am, is what is making you juggle. You know, it's that notion of, I know who I am and I don't have to prove myself. Or, I know what I can do and I perceive that they're not seeing me to my right value and I have to defend myself. What is the balanced way so that the outside will always be a mirror of what is happening inside of you? There's a bit of the Nine of Wands here. Let's look at the Two of Pentacles for you, because abundance wants to come in. And when I say abundance, it's everything. Abundance in love, abundance financially, abundance in the quality of life that we have. Pentacles, the five senses. There, Five of Pentacles. Well, there's your Five of Swords. When you feel that you lack, either that you are not enough or that you don't have enough, that things are not at the level that they should be for you. You know, it's like, I shouldn't be where I am now. How come I don't have enough? How come people don't recognize who I am? Maybe we see people around us that are doing better, and that starts making us feel left out in the cold from the universe itself. So it's that balancing of knowing one's value without having to prove ourselves, that it's just an obvious state of being, or trying to undermine, justify things in any way possible that puts us in emotional up and down and prevents us from actually receiving the abundance and enjoying life. Now, if this resonates to you, this is your reading. All right? And here's the Five of Swords, because it is through that part that the mind starts being disbalanced like that and tries to win instead of being happy. All right. Seven of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Moon. Two of Cups. It is about the mirrors in your life. Two of Cups, it's Two of Cups is not just like a loving relationship. For some of you, it is with your own partner per se, maybe that you don't feel recognized by them. And you feel like you have to maneuver in some way to get recognition, appreciation, or love, or whatever. But the Two of Cups, it's all the mirrors in our lives. They put a couple on it, but it is what we vibrate emotionally. We know that everything is vibration. You know, if you think like Tesla, everything is vibration. How you feel is your vibration. It determines your magnetic field in your heart, in your vibration. We are made of water, so it's kind of, that's why it's cups. The resonance, you know, like the little waves on a water. So, Two of Cups, we resonate this way, we will be mirrored the same thing. If there's a lack, the outside will show it to us. And if there's a weakness, it's going to be pressured on. It is always so that we can readjust and grow, heal, so on. Two of Cups. And that's why there's the Chalices of Hermes between the two characters, and you have the red lion, the alchemic symbol of transmutation. So here, there's a need to maybe, instead of reacting on the moment from unconscious emotions that are hiding in your deep waters here, and that are being mirrored in the people around you, whether it is through your friends, through work, or in your relationship. Justice is coming down on this. Understanding and clarity is coming down on this. For some of you, you've already had it. And now it's more like applying it, you know? Okay, let's look at your tower here. And that's why the tower will hit on the heart chakra. And here I have temperance, which if you look closely, you see the two cups being transmuted in one to another, transferred like that. Temperance, it's the tempering of life itself through our experiences to mature and rise the vibration of our waters. It has the sun symbol in the forehead because it sees the whole picture of here and the foot in the water of how our experience affect emotionally our vibration, and it is purifying it like that, purifying the two cups for when they're going to be mirrored on a new level. That tower, which often is an awakening, is going to change that. So you go from the knight to the queen, so that how you act, it will not maybe be reaction, but more based on your heart chakra to attract something different. Ace of Pentacle. And that Ace of Pentacle is that new pentacle that has arrived here. And that would bring the 5 to the 6. 6 with a balanced value of give and take. All the 6s are balanced. All the 5s need to be readjusted. That Ace of Pentacle, that new concept. It can be a completely new concept of what is our reality. Pentacle, which it's a 5. It's a 5-pointed star. When it is mastered, it is our power over reality in what we make of it, with our decisions, our mind, our perception, our actions, and all of that. And when it is reversed, it is when we are slaved of our conditions. And so we are victim of what is happening. So in power, victim. Here is more a victim of it. 6, we are in power. And we are receiving. So there's that understanding of this. Page of Sword. I'm getting it. I have a sword. I understand. Knight of Sword. So you're understanding a pattern here. 4 of Wands. Great. You have the truth. You have the understanding. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. Of that balanced vibration. Not a wounded vibration. Not a sad vibration or a projected vibration out of our unconsciousness. 6 of Cups. This is a healed heart chakra of giving and receiving with the children on it, that easiness. 4 of Wands, everything is on the surface. There's nothing underground going on, like here, underground, unconsciously happening. Everything is on the surface because you have the truth. You have that truth here, that understanding, the sword, and you're going for it. And that is why the sun is here. This is like if this is going to be, if you had the understanding last month, this is going to be even more clear this month. Through something that will be offered to you. And it is going to be the perception of how you feel about yourself that is going to determine what you receive out of it. You see what I mean? Let's look at the sun. Knight of Pentacle. There's that pentacle coming. And the 4 of Cups. So, here, because it's part of that unconscious way of dealing with the vibrations of water. 4 of Cups is like, been there, done that. I don't see how I can rise above the emotional experience I had until now. I don't see how I can appreciate and love more what is happening around me? I've hit the ceiling and I can't imagine more. Even if there's an Ace of Cups here, I don't see it. I just look at what I've experienced until now. And that is his way of seeing. All you see is all there is. There is nothing more than that. So there's an opportunity coming for you, Capricorn, that will be able to rise this thing, and you will see how your belief based on your emotional background can limit you and prevent you from actually absorbing it and rising above this judgment. Okay. 10 of Cups. Let's look at that. End of a cycle. So you need to absorb that Ace of Cups. That's like 8 of Cups. All right, you need to leave your past emotional baggage behind. What is being projected like this, and maybe making you react in certain ways. You need to leave it behind. 8 of Cups is that moment that realizes that, you know, this is what I've lived until now. This is my emotional experience. And there is more out there. That's what he realizes inside of him. Under the moon. There's a moon here. Under the moon, saying, there is more out there. I'm going to pass this quest. Because the moon is always a quest. To go and get that extra Ace of Cups or 2 of Cups, but to change my emotional experience in this lifetime and rise it. 6 of Swords. See the balancing of the way we think. Again, a 6, from 5 to 6, from 5 to 6. Let's look at your 2 of Swords. So ultimately, at the end, it's going to be a decision of what is my reality. Is my reality only this, and I'll never live anything more than that, and that's it for me? Then, of course, free will. That's it for you. But if you choose to get out of the 5 of Pentacles, if this resonates for you, and to get more, then the opportunity will be here for you this month. The opportunity to get the 9 of Cups. What is behind? 7 of Pentacles. And the Magician. 7 of Pentacles here just tells me that, yes, it is going to be work. Things are going to be stagnant until you make that decision. You will not see any progress until you make that decision. And that decision will take you from 8 of Cups. This is the limit I've been living. I've hit the limit. 10 of Cups. And it is not satisfying here. I'm leaving it behind to go get that extra cup, to get to that state of inner happiness, processed emotions. Look how he is content. And that will put me in my power of manifesting Magician. Manifesting whatever I want. Wheel of Fortune. Of course, the events, once you get there, the events of your life will change because you will perceive everything differently. Therefore, when you're going to manifest things in your life, the results are going to be completely different. Wheel of Fortune. That's the law of life. So, it's almost noticing the like the bullet you've been carrying and getting rid of it. And this month will be even more mirrored to you. And so there's an awakening here of how you can grasp that new way of feeling, seeing, touching reality in this kingdom of ours. And you're going to take it. So how I would call that is unshackling yourself, because that's the thing, because we are under shackles when we are limited to what I've lived until now. There's nothing more, and therefore stopping progress, inner progress, and outer also. So there you go, unshackling yourself, Capricorn. On this, I'm gonna wish you a beautiful month of June. Thank you for watching the videos, subscribing, commenting, sharing to help grow the channel. For private readings, you know that the description is below with the address to write to me. And thank you for the ones of you that sent donations. It helps more than you think. And on a new moon, full moon, I do a ceremony to give you back. I'm sending my heart and my energy and love to all of us that are dealing with this crazy pandemic that is going on, that is going to end one day, and may light prevail and in all of your lives. Anyway, I'm sending you light and love. Have a beautiful month of June, Capricorn. Namaste. See you next month. All right?